And our political analyst John Dadian here to give us some perspective on this as well. He touched on it. A lot of Americans feel this stubborn pride. Is it stubborn pride?
Well, all of us agreed that the shutdown is a very serious thing. So to be honest with you, the only thing I've done for the last 3 days is pray myself that this will be solved.
Where do you look at this from sort of, take it from the outsider's perspective? You have a lot of friends in Washington. What are your friends telling you? What is the essence of this, and are we looking at a debt ceiling deal come October 18th?
See, that's the scary part. Even if this was to be resolved today, you've got that debt ceiling issue right around the corner, and that's probably going to dovetail. So what really worries me is the fact that this current shutdown may last until then. And if it does, it'll be the longest one that we've had in 17 years.
So what are the long-term implications? We've seen this in 1995, 5 days then, 1996, 21 days of a government shutdown. What are the long-term implications?
Again, what's really going on, I mean, people can blame the Republicans, and there's justified in that. People can blame the Democrats. Here's what's really going on. There's a lot of end games. For example, one of the Republicans, one of the things they're trying to accomplish is to hurt some individual Democratic senators that are up for re-election in 2014. And so they're doing basically what we call cherry picking, and they're trying to hurt them out. So that's one. It's just a byproduct. It's not the whole reason, but that's one of the reasons why they're doing this. But the other reason is President Obama is going to be in for another couple of years. If either side caves in, it'll be shown as a sign of weakness. You mentioned the one in the mid-90s. A lot of people say that the outcome of that, forget the economic impact of individuals, but two of the biggest outputs of that was that President Clinton won re-election big, and Newt Gingrich lost his speakership over that. So there's a lot of people have a lot at stake on this.
John, whatever happened to of the people, by the people, and for the people when the Supreme Court did Citizens United? Do you think that changed forever politics in Washington?
Again, and I hate to sound cynical, but I don't. I just think, what we're seeing is nothing new. Going back literally to the first administration of the first president, you had the same type of gridlock, the same type of game playing, et cetera. That's basically our system. And
nothing new. I mean, this is the first shutdown in 17 years. Prior to that, I mean, 1995, it was Newt Gingrich and the Republicans shutting down the country because Bill Clinton was trying to put together some reforms. I mean, this is not everyday occurrence. This is a rare thing that's going on right now.
It is a rare occurrence in the sense that it went this far, but if you remember, literally almost every year they go up to the brink, quite honestly, and that's where the game playing comes in, is the bluffing and to see who blinks first.
How much longer is it going to take? When will this end? What's it going to take for this to end?
Well, of course, nobody can predict it, but I will tell you, and again, I hate to sound cynical, I'm afraid that this is not going to end tomorrow, that this is going to last, and I think there's a very strong possibility that this could break the record that Jeff mentioned of more than 21 days that happened a couple decades ago.
Well, the key is the debt ceiling. If we default on the debt ceiling, that's going to cause a huge ripple effect across the world. From economies around the world.
Absolutely. Susana mentioned that, here we're talking about a national story, but it's affecting a lot of friends of mine. I know dozens of people that are not getting paid this week, that have bills to pay and all that. So the worldwide implications are just astonishing.
Locally speaking, we're talking about Bonnie Dumanis.
Yeah,
to get there really
just
quickly.
to rewind quickly, Bob Brewer is running. He's going to be running against Bonnie Dumanis in the DA's office. Bonnie Dumanis could be in for a little bit of a challenge here.
Oh, I absolutely think she's in a tough race for several reasons. The biggest reason is Bob Brewer, one of the challengers, and there might be more, but the main challenger is extremely credible. This guy's he's a former deputy district attorney, former deputy U.S. attorney. He has credentials, and his main campaign pledge is the problem why he's running against the incumbent is because she made the office political, and he has pledged not to make it political, not to run for other offices. And I got to tell you,
because Dumanis ran for mayor and lost.
That's right.
Yeah.
I talked to the average man and woman on the street. My good friend Marcia said to me yesterday, she goes, why would she ever run for mayor? The average person on the street doesn't understand the politics of the DA.
Usually it's a case that trips up a DA. In this case, it might be her decision to run for mayor.
Absolutely. The polls are showing that that's really going to hurt her.
All right, we'll see more on that and on Congress in the
Thank you.
coming weeks. Thank
nice
you
to see you
very
this
much.
morning.
Very good.
All right.